Hi, Shadae, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a third year mechanical engineering student.
Mm-hmm.
Next semester, I will be changing my major to mechanical engineering technology
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like the coursework would more fit my interests.
Okay.
Um, I work on campus as in the career development office
Mm-hmm.
as a generalist, and I've been working in that office since my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I also am a part of various um, student organizations on campus.
Okay. What kind of organizations?
AFSA, NESB, SWE,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Are they good experiences for you?
Yes, it's a good networking opportunity, especially with SWE, because most of the times in my engineering classes, I might be the only female.
Mm-hmm.
So just networking with other females in the engineering field is a
Mm-hmm.
very interesting and I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
Okay. Um, I know last semester there was an event that was hosted by one of our interns.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Women in STEM.
Okay.
Did you attend that?
No, I didn't.
Alright, so it was basically an event for like what you just mentioned, females who feel like they're in a predominantly male field, um, and they got alumni to come out and introduce themselves to like other female students to like let them know like where they are in their life. We will be holding that again next semester.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be hosting it.
Okay.
So and like I'll let you know the ground play about all that.
All right.
All right. So you brought your resume with you,
Yes, I did.
and how updated is it?
Not too updated.
Okay.
Very out of date.
All right. So we'll take a look at that. Did this
Yes,
yourself?
I did.
All right. Perfect. All right. So your summary: hands-on learner and creative innovator seeking a volunteer opportunity. So is this prior to what you before like changing your
Mhm.
major? So what did you change? You wanted to change your major to,
MET.
and then what are your? You said because it fits with your interests, correct?
Mhm.
And those interests are
Robotics, CAD.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you worked with those before?
Yes, I've worked with CAD. A
Mhm.
lot of softwares like Autodesk and stuff like that.
Okay. And how are those experiences for you?
Very good.
Good. So then education is New Jersey State Technology, New Jersey, Bachelor of Science in Engineering. But that's being changed. Expected graduation May 3rd, 19th.
Mhm.
So you're about to graduate in
Mhm.
2 years.
Mhm.
You excited?
More nervous than excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why nervous?
Because it's coming down to the wire.
Mhm.
Finding a job. Yeah.
Mhm.
So all of that pressure. It's accumulating.
Right.
Mhm.
Have you been on CDS Link?
Yes, I have, but I haven't seen anything that turned to my interests. Like I want a summer internship,
Right.
and they haven't been offering a lot of internships. It's more like full time employment. So.
Okay. So we'll talk about that later on,
Mhm.
and how we can get those resources for you.
Okay.
You went to Columbia High School in Maplewood,
Mhm.
got a 3.0 out of 4, and then you worked with these programs. That's really good. How was your high school experience?
It was good. I moved to Columbia later on in my high school
Mhm.
career, so adjusting was a little difficult, but it was a really rewarding experience. I got involved with the robotics team, of
Right.
course, and other organizations to really help me fit in to the
Right.
school, to the culture.
And do you feel like that transitional phase happened again when you got into NJIT?
Yes.
And how did you deal with that?
It was really about putting yourself out there and finding these connections earlier on in your college and university.
Right.
I was very fortunate to have EOP, to have all these other organizations to help me, make friends, help me, find people that in the same major as me, so I could, get a good study group and stuff like that. So I was very fortunate.
That's good. We all need that in
Mhm.
college, because I'm assuming it's your first time living away from home.
Yes.
So it could be scary, but I'm glad you got through it.
Mhm.
So your experience, you worked at IIT, so you're a specialist at this Creative Development Services, and then file documents and distribute paperwork, assist with events, and arrange stuff, post jobs to Creative Development's website, answer phone calls, and provide accurate information to students, prospective employers. That's good. How do you say your experience here has been for you?
It has been a very rewarding experience. I'm very fortunate, especially with career development services. Being working here, you get to see I get to know when the career fair is opening up before everyone else. That's a good advantage.
Right.
So there are a lot of advantages to working here in code development. I can easily speak to anyone about my resume, or get a lot of tips or advice. So I really take advantage of the opportunity I have here.
That's good. And it's not just something you just go to. Like, I like that you utilize everything in the office as well. And then you also did the real world connections for NJT. It's a pretty college program for robotics. Okay. So you're really into robotics. And then you also did the computer forensics. Okay. And your skills are programming, robot building, documenting, website design, Google SketchUp. So talk to me about Google SketchUp. I'm not familiar with that.
It's kind of like CAD, but it's more architectural.
Okay.
And you just design buildings. It's not as detailed as Autodesk or something like that,
Right.
like another program like that. It's more standard.
Yeah. Okay. And then graphic design. That was my undergraduate major.
Okay.
Yeah. Analytical presentation and professional skills and conversational beginner in French. So you took French. How was that?
It was good. I took French from middle school all up to senior year of high school. So.
Okay. So you learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then have you ever been to France?
No, I have not. I really wish after graduating, I really want to, give myself a treat, like a gift, a graduation gift.
Right.
I really want to travel. That would be my gift to myself.
Well, does NJIT have study abroad programs too?
They do. However, I haven't taken necessary steps to, inquire more about that program.
Okay. Well, I know for study abroad, most programs, you'll be eligible to take out financial aid. So it will be coming right out of pocket. But you can always have that backup opportunity.
Okay.
So you can always ask them about that. And even if it's like for a spring break thing, the more experience you want, because global affairs will actually do great for your resume. So in the future, I would say ask about it and then move forward with that. And then you're, like you mentioned before, you're part of NSB, APSA, and SWE. And do you hold positions in any of these? Okay. But you attend most of the events. That's good. And do you get in contact with alumni?
No, I know SWE they do, but I haven't. Actually, for NSB, I think they have dining etiquette that's coming up, and that's a lot of alumni come to that event.
Right.
However, it just so happens that my schedule doesn't really coincide, so I can't attend.
Do they have it every semester, or?
I think every fall semester.
Okay. So I would say propose to maybe have another one in the spring for students who can't attend this one. Because I know a lot of times scheduling is a big issue because you want to go to a lot of things, but then at the end of the day, you have to do more important things. Your resume is great, to be honest. Little things that would change though is your summary. This is more of an objective of what you're trying to obtain. So I'll switch this over. And are you looking, after changing your major, are you looking for internships directly?
Summer internship.
Okay. So then I would say seeking internship opportunities in the field of, and then put your desired major, and then with a focus in what your focus is. So if you're into robotics, you could put with a focus in robotics.
Okay.
So moving forward from that, that's really good. And if you don't mind me asking, how's your GPA doing for NJIT?
Right now it's not in the best shape.
Okay.
So I neglected to put it on because it's below a 3.0, so I wouldn't put it on.
Definitely. Well, when you're doing your classes, and because I know you're working hard, and I see you working hard in the office as well. When the GPA does go up and it hits that 3.0, definitely add that on.
Okay.
Skills are really good. I would say because these are a lot of computer-based softwares, I would change skills to computer skills, and then add that so it's specified. Comp, and then have you done any projects?
Yes, I worked on reverse engineering, where we take a product and we take it apart just to see what it's composed of.
Okay.
And we used Creo for that.
Okay, so that's something I'll definitely add on to here as well.
Okay.
Because under projects.
Okay.
So you want to make sure like your resume is a showcase of who you are and what you're about. And when you're moving forward and like, getting to know employers and showing off your resume, that's something you want to show off that you can successfully dismember something, see what's inside, and then I'm assuming you can put it back together.
Exactly.
So that's something that a lot of people don't have. And because you have that, that's definitely great to add that on. So sometimes you want to decrease on your work experience. Maybe not take everything completely out, but like maybe take out 2 bullet points so you have more room. Because the resume is essentially supposed to be 1 page. But other than that, your resume is really good. Is there any questions for me?
A lot of positions on LinkedIn ask for a cover letter. I'm not really sure what that is.
Perfect. All right, so cover letter is basically your introduction to your resume.
Okay.
So you want to make sure it's going to be a page. Not all cover letters are the same because it's going to cater to a different company. So say you want to apply for Johnson and Johnson, but you recently applied for ExxonMobil. These are examples. And you send Johnson and Johnson an ExxonMobil cover letter, and it says ExxonMobil all over it, and then it's gonna be like Johnson Johnson. Like what? What is this? So the way you structure a cover letter is going to be geared towards the job you're looking for. So if you want to look right here, your address is going to be on the top right corner.
Okay.
You don't always have to write your address, but a lot of companies might be willing to send you things in the mail. So if they wind up sending you something in the mail, they can just send you like instead of giving you a call or email, they'll forward you something, and then the month, date in here. So for example, if you write this cover letter today and it's November 10th, 2017, you wouldn't want to send it out November 23rd on Thanksgiving, because they're going to say like, why is this person waiting so long to send this out? So it's like writing a paper.
Right.
You don't want something late when it's due on a due date. So think of it like that. The name, title, and company. So we'll just say it's John Smith, the executive director of ExxonMobil, okay, or Jane Smith. So that will be their name, their title, and the company's name, and the location of the company.
Okay.
All right. Sometimes if you don't know the name or the title, you can go on Glassdoor, and it'll give you that information.
Okay.
And it'll give you more in-depth, or Career Shift.
Okay.
Career Shift is also exclusive to NJIT students, where you can look at their resources. And once you log in with the UCID, you can start looking at the different jobs, and it'll give you the titles or the employer's name with the information. And then you put the location of it. If you don't know the name, and you can't find it online, you could leave the name and title blank, and then just put the company's name and where it's located. And dear Mr. or Miss, like if you know the name Smith, you wouldn't write Mrs. because you don't want to assume they're married. If you don't know the name, then you would just put dear hiring manager, and that's usually the best case scenario. It's just always like best foot forward, because not a lot of times they'll tell you like who's hiring. The first paragraph is your purpose. So when you're writing your first paragraph, you want to say like what your purpose is, what struck your, what got you interested in the position, and why, what can it do for you to benefit you in the long run. And then your second paragraph is you're going to describe your qualifications. So you're going to describe your top two skills. When you're reading the job description, it'll usually give you requirements, what they're looking for in candidates. So you want to make sure that you put your top two best skills that can reflect both yourself, the company, and what it can do for both of you guys at the same time. Because when you're writing a cover letter, you want to show them, you want to keep that interest up there, so when they look at your resume, they'll continue to see that interest, and then give you that opportunity to give you the interview. And then your third paragraph is basically requesting for action. So in short, it's asking for the interview. So thank you for taking your time and reviewing my cover letter and resume. If offered an interview, please contact me via phone or email, and then move forward with that. And then sincerely, signature, and your name. All right. On the back, we have actually a lot of samples. So we have a sample cover letter already written out for a company, and you can structure it like this. It doesn't have to be, but this is how you essentially should be. This is a thank you. So when you get that opportunity to interview with the employer, you want to make sure that you follow up with them after. It doesn't have to be immediately. I would say a day or two, or a couple of, no more than a week. But you want to make sure that everything's set. And then accepting the position and denying the position. So when you're accepting the position, that's when they offer you the position. But if you find another opportunity that's better, then you will deny the position. You're never gonna want to not respond to them, because you don't want to burn that bridge. All right. So everything from here. Is there any questions about that? No. Okay. So this is for you to keep. That's for you to keep, as well as these.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, I could leave you my email,
Okay.
Or you can just come to the back.
Okay. All right.
And that's pretty much it. So is there any other questions that are unanswered?
No, that'll be all.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Well, thanks for having me.